And we welcome all the viewers watching on CBS Sports. It is USA versus two-time world champions Serbia. USA in white attacking first. And we've got our first whistle, and we've got our first point going to the team in white, the United States.
So important for this Serbia team to come out in front of a home crowd and play clean. They're starting 0-4 during the VNL, not the start that they expected. It's going to be tough against a formidable USA squad.
USA seemed to get better, I think it's fair to say, through week one, and maybe had its best game at the end. Right back comes Serbia, and Dongovic, who was the captain in week one. You saw her there with the number 2, kind of handing over those duties to Aleksic, and those two congratulating each other after that opening point. And that one drops just out of reach from Bukjelic.
It's going to be so important for both USA and Serbia to establish that middle threat early on. The best players on the court right now are coming from the middles on either side, especially Dana Recchi, the only Olympian for USA. Important to get her involved.
Tight set, too tight in fact, and it is shoveled down. Recchi right there in the middle of it. The 2'3" middle blocker for the United States. You're saying, if you're from USA, what's 2'3"? It's 6'8". You knew that. It's high. It's really high. Jegdic sends it up to the net on the out-of-system attack. USA comes back from the right side, but the blocking magnificent from Henna Kurtagic, who leads the VNL in block points.
Kurtagic does such a great job moving side to side, being a formidable force up front. And check out that reach. You think there's a seam. All of a sudden, she shuts it down.
Kurtagic, that's her 26th block of the Volleyball Nations League. And here's an overpass for the United States. Mirkovic sets up the middle. There's a big hole, and it's a point, Serbia.
Kurtagic getting involved in the game offensively and defensively. She did such a good job here, getting down off the block quickly so she can get up and be available in transition.
So 3-3 early on in this set to 25. 5th game of the VNL for both of these teams. There's a nice cross-court swing from Madison Skinner. I alluded to it. You told me about it before the game. Skinner kind of back to her old position again, isn't she?
Yeah, Skinner's normally that opposite. That's what she played in club at League One. Of course, people might know her from college at Texas playing outside, so just a versatile player that can really play all positions, but back on opposite again tonight in this week.
Well, how valuable is it to have someone who's effective internationally at both outside and opposite? It just gives you so many options.
It's massive because as an opposite, you normally have to hit a rotation on the outside as well. Skinner is just as confident out there as she is on the right.
Well, you mentioned League One. She was the MVP of League One, the final, with a pretty stacked roster. And I think we've got a challenge here, a pending challenge for Serbia on block touch. Well, a lot of the players got a big ovation before the game from Serbia, but Zoran Terzic, I think, got the biggest ovation. He's been around such a long time. Is there a block touch here?
Looks clear over from that view.
So the point will stay with the U.S. Madison Skinner played her NCAA at both the University of Kentucky and the University of Texas. Sends it down the line. Nice pickup by Skinner. She's going to get a swing from the back row. Good reaction by Franklin. And another big block by the big blocking Kurtagic.
Kurtagic is so impressive as a blocker. She's only 20 years old, but plays so much older than that. She's been playing professionally or at this high of a level for so long, and you can tell over the last few VNLs, just really coming to her own, becoming one of the best blockers in the world.
20-year-old Ivanovic puts the ball in play. And nice swing off the block by Ronnie Jones-Perry.
And all that started off of a really good pass from Sarah Franklin. Passing is going to be the key for Team USA. That's what they really struggled with the first 3 matches back in Rio de Janeiro during week 1. If they can shore up those seams early, it's a different ball game for USA.
Jones-Perry now putting the ball in play. Middle attack from Kortegic. It's an over bump, and it's another opportunity taken by Serbia, but it's still tight here in this opening set.
Great decision from Slađana Mirković. Kortegic doesn't get the first one down, gives it right back to her off of the free ball.
So 5 serving, 6 here in this opening set. A little bit of trouble on serve receive. The swing from the left side, and Franklin is dug. Free ball chance for the U.S. Franklin again. And a smart play by Dongovic on 1.
Serbia is making it so difficult for USA to put a ball down. The block is working so well, moving side to side, slowing things down, and the backcourt digging around it beautifully.
So another challenge coming here on floor touch. USA thought the ball hit the floor. Coach Eric Sullivan calling that. Oh, good job, Coach.
So that was off of that really sharp cross shot from Sarah Franklin earlier in the rally.
Well, you said USA was having a hard time getting the ball to hit the floor. Apparently, they did get the ball to the floor, but it was so quick, we almost missed it. Dana Radke, former NCAA star at Wisconsin, ready to serve. Plays professionally in the Turkish league. From well off the net, Radke comes in to pick that ball up. Good job by Serbia. Over it goes. It's a free ball chance for the Americans. Franklin picked up by Dongovic. Here's the right side swing. Do they get a touch? No touch on Bukjelic.
Good defense on Team USA side to extend this rally even further. The block being really disciplined up front, not allowing Serbia's hitters to go off of it. Tijana Boskovic in the middle. Zalic on the right, just watching on some stars for Serbia that aren't here this week.
Yeah, we all had high hopes that maybe Boskovic would play, but Radke comes in to take the set, gives it to Franklin, and she rolls it off the block to score another for USA.
What a high IQ play from Sarah Franklin. 3 blockers up against her. That means the outside is coming in, opening up a giant shot in zone 4 in left front. Incredible.
So timeout needed by Coach Zoran Terzic and his team Serbia, down by 4.
Buki, odakle taj strah? Odakle? No daj lepo, visoko, loptu preko bloka, dugačko, ono što najbolje znaš da napadne. Daj dijagonalu, daj paralelu, daj pogreši, nikakav problem nije. Nemoj samo da bude strah neki i loptu odavde da se udara, slobodno. Ajde i ostale, od prijema pa nadalje. Znate kakvi ste u prijemu? I Laza i to. Evo. I nema, ni napred nas. Ovde padnem, nema noge, ne vidi se. Ajde me. Ajde me.
Clearly the challenge put out by head coach Zoran Terzic for his Serbian side. Can they come back against Team USA? Dana Radke ready to put it back in play. One of the only Paris Olympian on this USA roster. Dongovic goes off the block, and that was the point that Serbia really needed to get out of that rotation.
Really smart shot from Katarina Dongovic, going attacking the shorter setter up front, Sage Kahaina Torres. She's standing at 1.83 meters, much shorter than Amber Igidi in the middle.
Here comes Bukjelic, and she is going to trying to challenge the USA long, but misses that one. So Serbia in their week 1 lost a 5-setter against the Dominican Republic, got swept by Japan, lost a 5-setter that they were leading against Bulgaria, and then lost a 5-setter in a reverse sweep against Canada. So it was a tough opening week for them. A bit of a scramble on the USA side, but in the end, it's a point scored.
Lexi Rodriguez, welcome to the VNL. Great up in the backcourt. This is what she's been doing for years at the University of Nebraska, 4-time All-American, then at League One Omaha, where she was kind of taking a back seat to Justine Wong-Arantes, but just as good.
Oh, nice pickup off the net by Skinner, and that's going to result in a USA point by Franklin again.
Franklin has been all over the place, showing her range on some of these swings. Even in chaotic situations, 3 blockers up, she is still finding good ways to score.
All right, here comes the serve from Sage Kahaina-Torres. Apologize, Sage. Earlier, I know I got it wrong, but I've been working on it. And there's one off the block that USA would like to have back.
Serbia's going to have some kind of pin come alive because Uzelac, who led the team in points over the last week, is not here. Tijana Boskovic, one of the best players, if not the best player in the world, is also not here. Dongovic is going to have a big match.
They get the ball right on the head of Kahaina-Torres, but USA can't deal with that, and Serbia starting to claw its way back here in this opening set.
Kjurcevic is doing everything for Serbia right now. USA has to find some kind of answer up front by getting touches and slowing her down.
Had the pleasure of seeing Serbia play in week number 1. And even though they didn't get wins, there were certainly some bright moments for them. And now they've added to their roster with Aleksic.
Aleksic is the biggest piece of this Serbia offense that has come alive, or really joined the team during week 2. And it's going to be big having her up front.
13 serving 8. The slide play there, speaking of 14 Aleksic, there she is.
Getting her involved in the slide is going to be huge for this Serbia offense to spread things out and get it away from the big middles in the front for USA.
Serbia looking for some break points here. Middle attack. Oh, good job by Dangovic. Free ball chance for the Americans, and can't do anything with, or at least Serbia can't do anything with that one. USA certainly can.
USA forcing pressure on Serbia. I love that set from Sage Kahaina-Torres, about 8 feet off the net and still forcing the middle.
Big swing from the left side by Ivanovic, has the crowd roaring.
Serbia now getting the crowd involved in this match, which could be a game changer for Serbia, as thousands of people are here cheering for them. But hey, this USA team loves that. They love to feed off a crowd that's cheering against them.
Jerkovic. Big swing on the right side from Skinner. She's starting to feel it from that side.
And Skinner looking really comfortable back at that opposite position. Again, during week 1, she only played on the outside as Eric Sullivan was testing out some younger right sides, but putting back in their veteran on the opposite.
A position that USA had so much depth for so long. Mirkovic sets it up behind her. Free ball over. USA has to try to defend, but guess who's in the middle? Retke, and she shuts it down.
Huge read from Dana Retke in the middle. Identifying the line of approach of this, and watch her dive her hands right back in. Just takes up so much space up there.
Madison Skinner trying to challenge Team Serbia deep. Still though, USA a 4-point cushion to work with here. They don't want to let Serbia catch fire in this opening set. Vanja Ivanovic, the 20-year-old. What a serve! And try as she might, Sage Kahaina-Torres couldn't pull that one off the net.
What a serve from Ivanovic, just ripping this one from the backcourt and perfectly placing it right between the seams of Sarah Franklin and the libero Lexi Rodriguez.
Sage says we can call her SKT, so we're going to go with that. At least I'm going to go with that for a bit. And Ivanovic with a miss. So the crowd was just absolutely roaring, trying to get Serbia back in the mix here, but they're still down by 4 after that service error. Here's Ronnie Jones-Perry. Good serve taken by Ivanovic. Dangovic can't finish. Gonna get another swing, goes with a hard tip, and that pays off.
And that's a tip in the backcourt that Madison Skinner's gonna want back. She's right there ready to make the play, just overrunning it a bit. Really well read up until the point where it was played.
Here's Franklin going for the tip, picked up smartly by Mirkovic. That means Serbia out of system. They go cross court, and they think they've got a touch. And the referee says no, and a challenge coming from Serbia. Could be a significant point here. Is it 18-14 USA? Or is it 15 serving 17? Big swing.
Dana Recchi already making an impact in her first game back with Team USA, just taking control of the net. Walker's trying to go for her. Oh, just gets a little touch.
That's all it needs to get. And it is 15 serving 17. Significant, successful challenge for Serbia. You get 2 challenges if you're wrong. If you're right, you can keep challenging. USA attacking with Recchi on that slide play.
If USA can get Recchi going on that slide, it's game-changing for them. The height that she hits this ball at, it is coming straight down, and there aren't blockers that can go up and even get a touch on it. She's going clear over them.
She can swing hard and down from the baseline, too. Sends that one across, right at Ivanovic. Trouble at the net. Franklin goes cross court and just misses that one.
Great setup on Serbia's block, knowing that Franklin loves to rip that cross-court shot, but the block did a good job forcing Franklin to hit that shot out of bounds.
Serbia staying in contact here, just 2 points down.
Good pass.
Good set, but it's just out from Franklin, and guess what? A 1-point game, a timeout being called by Eric Sullivan and Team USA.
Hey, keep challenging the block. Keep going after it, all right? Middles are doing real well right now, okay? One pass though, but hey, doesn't have to be perfect. Let's get it up and down, get it on the 5-foot line, we can run everything there, all right? But we keep going for it. Nice swings, nice swings, nice swings. Okay, here we go.
Certainly doesn't sound like any panic in the voice of Eric Sullivan.
Brandon Taliaferro kind of taking charge of that huddle. This is something Eric Sullivan likes to do, kind of pull some of his players aside and let his assistants kind of lead the charge in those huddles.
Yeah, that's what I get for looking away and just hearing that voice, thinking it was Eric. You're right. All right, here comes the serve from Bukjelic, and maybe that is an Eric Sullivan point right there.
Yeah, huge to take that timeout right then when one of Serbia's toughest servers is back on the line, just to make them think about it a little bit more and throw off their rhythm.
USA setter, SKT, here she goes. Oh, look at that, it's an ace.
Great serve from Kahaina Torres on the back line, targeting these seams incredibly well and dropping it right in front of the passer.
causing Serbia to call a timeout before this gets away from them. Good crowd on hand at the Belgrade Arena in Serbia. First time they've hosted Volleyball Nations League since 2019. Their team trying to come back here in the opening set against the United States. And a double substitution here coming up for Serbia. Brings in a new setter and a new front row player.
That'll be that double sub, trying to just get a little bit more height in the front court against USA's outside Sarah Franklin.
So it'll be Petrovic, number 30 on Serbia, who does the setting. For Mirkovic, who just went to the bench. Serbia trying to come back here from 3 down. Franklin covered. USA recycles, comes again with Franklin. Nice pickup. Can they keep it alive? They can. Skinner thinks she might have got a touch, but no touch, and it's point Serbia. We've got a 2-point game.
Great defense in the backcourt. Lexi Rodriguez is everywhere back there, but just USA not able to convert on that point. All of a sudden, Serbia's right back in it.
Dongovic sends a good one across. And a quick side out, an important side out for USA.
Great pass right away. That allows Amber Igidi to get going in the middle. Good connection between Kahana Torres in her middle.
Sarah Franklin back to serve from Lake Worth, Florida. Here comes the left-handed swing and a big one from Branka Tica.
How about that? A 21-year-old checking in, stepping in and stepping up for Serbia, taking a big swing right away. These are the kind of plays that Serbia needs to get back in this set.
Down by 2, needing a break point here. Aleksic, the captain. Nice set, just poked over, kept alive by Serbia. Tica comes again. Skinner from the right side, and it's point Serbia. USA now asking for the challenge.
Just a challenge fest out here.
Oh yeah. Americans think there's a block touch on this play. Again, another significant time in the game to win a challenge or lose a challenge, I guess.
USA already having burned one of their timeouts. Be an opportunity to slow momentum down, if anything, as well.
No, there is no block touch on that play. Kortegic, who Giovanni Guidetti told one of his players in a timeout in Ottawa, is the best blocker in the world right now. Do anything you can, but don't
avoid her at all costs.
Yeah, don't attack her because she's the best. And there's a smart push and deep, hard tip by Skinner.
Much better adjustment from Skinner on that play. The last swing went out of bounds. This time just goes right down in the middle of the court, using pressure too.
Amber Igidi puts the ball in play, and it is close, so close, but it is out.
And now in the red zone of volleyball, point 20 on, this is where errors become so important. You have to make sure you're playing as clean as possible, especially from the service line. You want to put in pressure, but at the end of the day, you've got to get that ball in. Just hit a seam well.
Double switch reversed. Back in comes the setter for Serbia, Sledana Mirkovic. Should be playing in Kazakhstan this year. Best setter in the Serbian Superliga on 2 separate occasions. So they want her with the ball in her hands when they can. Nicely done from Retke.
Just money anytime Dana Retke is up there. Good set from Sage Kahaina-Torres, getting Retke in a position where she can absolutely unload on this ball, even 7 feet off the net, showing off her range.
Substitution time for the United States as well. LMA Powell comes into the game out of Fayetteville, Arkansas. She'll serve, and she will set.
Babcock up front for USA.
Mirkovic sends it all the way across for Ivanovic. They're facing the block of Retke, remember. Here's the back row attack. Franklin covered. Ivanovic, and it's hit the antenna, and USA has set point, and they've got 3 of them.
What an effective double sub from Eric Sullivan, bringing in Olivia Babcock, who stands at 6'4", alongside Retke at 6'8". It is so difficult to get past that wall.
I'd say. Here's Powell serving for the set. 24-21 USA. Well, to the delight of the home crowd, didn't go so well.
And door cracked right back open for Serbia with one of their best servers on the back line.
And there she is, Vanja Ivanovic. And that's going to do it for the opening set, a service error. And USA takes it 25. So lots of collegiate talent on this USA team. Here we go. Set number 2, USA in white, serving Serbia in blue. Americans won the opening set, Serbia. And they're going to score the first point. And it is dropping on the ground, says the referee.
One thing that worked so well for USA during that first set was the ball distribution, because the pass and the side-out situations were so good on Team USA's side.
Kortegic, 20-year-old, best middle blocker in the Champions League this past season, sends that serve in, rolls off the top of the net. Here's Skinner. Here's Franklin on the other side. Good front row for the USA, and they get it done with Franklin.
Love that decision from Sarah Franklin to go up and be aggressive on this swing. Normally an outside attacker on the left. This rotation, she's swinging from the right. Kind of a chaotic situation, but tags the hand perfectly.
The left side swing from Dongovic is going to score a point.
Good precision from Dongovic, hitting this cross-court shot right back on the sideline.
She was an effective player for Serbia in week number 1. And that one is just sent out by Bukulic.
Bukulic knows a lot of these players as well. Played over in NCAA volleyball at Ohio State and then NC State, so might be familiar to some fans there.
So stepping in front of the center was Ivanovic, and because of that, not a great set, or at least stepped in front of the libero rather, not a great set, and then shut down by the big, tall Retke in the middle.
Yeah, out of system, Serbia's gonna have to do something better with these swings, because you know you have 6'8" Retke right there. You gotta swing elsewhere.
From well off the net, Dongovic, recycle, they'll try again. Pop back up by Skinner. Franklin, nice job by Ivanovic just to keep it alive, but it's eventually going to drop on the Serbia side as Mirkovic couldn't do anything with it.
A great read from Ivanovic going out to the back to zone 1 and right back. Mirkovic just getting a little caught up.
Pushed over the net from the back row, the deep tip by Vanja Bukulic.
Really well placed from Bukulic, going right over the block in the middle of the court, forcing Team USA, everyone on their side, to talk about who's going to take it.
25-year-old Katarina Dongovic puts that ball in play so well that it's an overpass by the Americans, and Serbia scores another one.
That all started from the service line. Really well placed from Dongovic, forcing this overpass. Serbia's front court just has a feels day up there.
Better pass right into the setter's reach. Free ball opportunity now, the Americans. Right side swing from Skinner, and she makes no mistake.
High IQ play for Madison Skinner, knowing that she has a shorter block right in front of her, so swings at the shorter block rather than the middle and goes right over it.
Ivanovic starts with the pass, ends with the cross-court point.
This is why the pass is so important, because when you're in system, it makes the other middle hold with yours just a little bit longer. That forced a one-on-one outside for Ivanovic to rip.
Maja Aleksic. And she's just missed this one. Seemed like a good idea to go cross-court like that with that serve. Ronnie Jones-Perry. Ivanovic off hands. Retke's trying to get out of the way.
A really good touch off the block from Retke. Just difficult when the ball is coming down right above your head. Working so hard to get that touch. Skinner thought she was going to run into her.
Yeah. Short serve this time, taken by Franklin. Here comes Skinner from the Bick attack, as USA likes to call it.
USA is so effective on this Bick when they can get it going. Off of a perfect pass, it allows just one other option in the back row, and it's just a routine play on their side.
Dana Retke. Dongovic steps in front to take that one, and then Ivanovic scores off the fingertips, ties the game.
Good swing from Ivanovic, attacking the shorter blocker. Sage Kahana-Torres just standing at 1.83 m. Smart to go after her rather than Igidi.
Overset, overpass, that is. Well, I guess it's both, right? An overset, that's actually a pass, and Serbia takes advantage and takes the lead.
Serbia's doing a much better job of serving USA tough right in the seams.
See if they go right back in that vicinity with Ivanovic. There's the slide play that gets shut down. Dongovic on the solo block.
Huge read from Dongovic. Perfect pass for Team USA. It's a one-on-one situation. Normally that's huge advantage for that middle, but man, Dongovic coming flying through to shut it down.
Nice little run here for Serbia. Franklin off the hands, and that's what USA needed to get out of that rotation.
Sarah Franklin playing incredibly crafty today. Going with that sharp cross-court shot that she's known for, working hands really well, and also throwing in some crafty off-speeds. Really showing off that volleyball IQ at such a young age.
Sage Kahana-Torres serving. Oh, the blocking! Franklin and Igidi go up together and get rewarded.
Amber Igidi was a massive presence up front for USA during week one. She was a top 3 blocker in all of VNL after that first week. She is a player that you cannot hit right down into.
So we've got 2 of the top 3 blockers in the VNL out on the floor. Mirkovic setting it up for the top blocker, and Kortegic is successful.
And Kurtikic is known for that incredible blocking, and over the past year, she's really worked to improve her offense. You can tell, even in her first week in a game in this VNL, that offense has improved immensely.
She wasn't surprised by it, just kind of nods her head, but misses long on the serve. She's probably more fired up than she wanted to admit. Kortegic, as we mentioned, coming off that 25 block week. No one else had more than 14. So a couple of service misses puts the ball back in the hands of Serbia's Vanja Bukilic. Oh, nicely done. And that's going to go through the middle, and a nice play for Ajidi.
And a quick side out for Team USA. Good pass, allows that middle to run. Ajidi just bringing power through that arm.
So now back to serve, Ajidi. Oh, and she's dropped it in. There was a little hole, and she found it and scores it.
Such a sneaky serve. You know where it's going, but all of a sudden it drops right in front of you. As a passer, there's nothing more frustrating.
Jegdic left it alone. Ivanovic left it alone, and now everybody leaves that one alone. It's out.
And USA is really good at this, of toying with those passers and hitting them deep and then dropping them short. As a passer, you never really get comfortable with serves like that.
Longo beats the right side swing from Skinner. Really effective.
Of course, Skinner being set by her club teammate, Kahina Torres, both players on that League One Austin team, winning a championship there.
Yeah, that was a big deal.
Huge deal.
Oh, Lexi Rodriguez almost in a perfect position. A great play to line right up, but out it goes.
And just target practice up there. Ivanovic putting this ball right on Rodriguez. Lexi in a good spot to make this, just too much heat coming at it.
But all you can do is hope that'll hit you and bounce somewhere else.
So I got to keep your platform up at all times.
Good job by Serbia to stop Retke. And they go cross court, but miss. Just barely missing is Ivanovic.
Right angle for Ivanovic to hit. Trying to hit that really sharp cross court shot, but Retke's taking up so much space that it forces Ivanovic to hit this ball out of bounds.
Here's Jones-Perry. Creates an overpass. Retke can't quite finish it. Serbia comes again with Ivanovic. Good touch by the Americans. Here's Franklin, picked up smartly by Jegdic. Ivanovic, can she finish? No, Rodriguez, perfect pass. And that sets it up, and that's gonna score it. Give the point to the woman in the red jersey.
Lexi Rodriguez doing Lexi Rodriguez things at the next level. This is a player who has never been in a VNL before, and you would never know by the way that she's playing.
Wow. Yeah, we know she didn't get the finish on the play, but she was the one that made sure the play didn't end. Here's that right side swing from Bukjelic that drops down at her feet. And a little bit of a tailspin here for Serbia, and we're getting a substitution.
It just hasn't had enough production from Bukjelic on that right side. They're gonna need someone out there that's gonna put up some points.
So Tica comes back into the game, the 21-year-old. Ronnie Jones-Perry. Again, another overpass. Bit of a nightmare on serve receive. Here's Franklin again, and this time she scores it.
Wisconsin fans will love that. You have your 5-time first-team All-American setting up your 2023 National Player of the Year. Two players that never played together at Wisconsin, but now on the floor in a USA jersey. How cool.
Both winning big-time awards, both carrying their team. Let's listen in, if we can, in the timeout.
Prvo ide prije nas, igramo protiv ekipe koja ima ubedljivo najgori servis do sad. Mi ne možemo da damo ništa. A do sad nismo imali problem sa prijemom. A tek da ne pričamo o tome koliko su najgori bili u prijemu, ne možemo da ih poremetimo ovako. Ajde, ostavi u viz bar na 3 metra. Slađana, ajde malo uštenije, malo brže do te lopte, a dolazimo u neku situaciju da možeš normalno digneš i izgibe nešto Čekiću. Ajde.
Back in Belgrade in the Volleyball Nations League, Team USA leading 1-0 against the host nation Serbia and leading 17-14 here in the second set. Ronnie Jones-Perry trying to keep this effective service run going. Good job by Jegdic. Just let that one hit her. The one-arm dig almost paying off for Jones-Perry, but it's going to be Serbia point, and they really needed that one.
And Vanja Ivanovic has been phenomenal during this set. They haven't had too many high point scorers on the pins. She's becoming that for Serbia when they really need it.
Sladana Mirkovic, the tall setter, and not what she was going for.
Just too many service errors on Serbia's side. Every time they feel like they're getting back in it, they shoot themselves in the foot with an error back there.
Mirkovic should know better. He's played over 140 games for the Serbian national side. Trouble on serve receive. Jegdic gets it up towards the net. Easy free ball chance for the Americans, and they take advantage with Amber Igidi.
I love the way USA is distributing this offense. Sage Kahaina-Torres is making sure to keep everyone involved, but also keeping everything spread out in this rotation, bringing Igidi in on a gap set, so she's moving a little bit away from Kyrgic, an incredible blocker on Serbia's side.
Well, that gap set, it sounds easy, but it's got to be hard to execute. Good one-arm dig there. This is going to go over. A free ball chance for Serbia. Mirkovic sets it up for the left-hander on the left side. And it's scored by Tica.
Beautiful example of an overload. Serbia has two attackers in the same zone. That leaves a small hole for the outside to hit through.
Serbia's leading scorer in the match, Ivanovic, sends that ball in play. Crowd hoping for Serbia to come back. Another overpass, and that is not taken advantage of by USA.
And just a missed opportunity on USA's side. Igidi waiting for that overpass to put it down, just doesn't get the execution part.
Host Nation trying to really pump their team up, trying to get on a bit of a run. Rodriguez sends that one over. Mirkovic to Dongovic, and nicely done.
The angles that Serbia's outsides have been hitting are phenomenal, cutting right inside the block. This one inside the 10-foot line.
Hey, we got 34 up there right now, right front, left, okay? So we're gonna bring Amber in a little tight to you. Okay, you got Amber, you got the outside right now, 34, and then you got the D, okay? Hey, nice and easy, nice and easy, okay? But you're playing great, nice and easy, okay? Nice and easy, okay? Let's have some fun here, up and down.
Finding every ball, here we go. Let's go. USA!
What did we learn there?
I think they're just making slight adjustments, saying they have Tica up front, trying to go a little bit away from her.
Basically, the coach's sense of calmness, I think, kind of permeates through the group. Just here's a couple of technical things to work on. Serbia trying to find its way back into this second set. They thought they had a point there, just missing it long. And the point goes to USA. Kahaina-Torres serves a good one, but it is handled well. But the block is handled even better by the US.
Good setup from Sarah Franklin, keeping this inside, knowing that that lefty wants to rip cross court. Got a big hand on that and turned it back in.
Sounds like the coach knew what he was talking about. Dongovic, oh, nice pickup. Can they get this off the net? No, they can't.
Serbia's doing a much better job of siding out quickly. The pass has improved. They have more options on attack, and it's making it more difficult for USA's defense to read.
Serving 21. Serbia desperate for a break point here. Skinner absolutely drills that one down the line.
No blocker in sight for Skinner, just an open field day up front, hands diving back in. That's the opportunity to put one right down.
Opportunity taken. Sarah Franklin's serve at Dongovic. Middle attack. Haven't had that a lot lately. And why wouldn't you go to Maja Aleksic?
The captain for Team Serbia, anytime she's up front on a good pass, expect her to get this ball. USA putting up 2 blockers. She goes right over them.
This is the time, though, for Serbia. Down by 3. Titsa, the left-hander. Trouble on serve, receive. Serbia picks it up. A chance to attack with Dongovic. Off hands. Good pickup. Franklin does the out-of-system setting. Here's Titsa. She's blocked. Recycled again by Serbia. Dongovic knocked down. She's going to get another one. Tries the double two-hander. Doesn't work. Good pickup from Jegdic. Play goes on. Dongovic. They're going to need some oxygen at the end of this rally if it ever ends. Here they come again, the Americans. Play goes on. Dongovic picked up by Franklin. And down the line it goes. USA gets the point. Ronnie Jones-Perry finally ends the rally.
The crowd getting involved after that one. I think everyone was exhausted. Seeing the defense in the backcourt locked in on both sides. Just grit to finish that last point.
Timeout called mostly because everybody's exhausted. After that rally, USA leads 23-19.
Ajde damo malo, da imamo mogućnost da se izvučemo, da dignemo, da imamo... Nismo imali nijednu poziciju za napad. Bravo, nijednu. Sve nešto iz mesta sa 2 metra, udaramo pa ako prođe to. Ajde da to uradimo malo mirnije i malo više, pogotovo taj prvi krok. Ajde.
USA, Serbia, Volleyball Nations League in Belgrade. USA trying to close out this second set, leading by 4 points. After winning the opener, Igidi serve. Retke got a piece of that. Might be expected to get a piece again. Here comes the back row swing from Franklin, and it is set point USA. Sarah Franklin off hands.
Sarah Franklin everywhere out on the court. This time really effective in the backcourt on the BIC. Love the use of that from Kahana Torres.
5 set points with Amber Igidi serving. Right tight at the net. Retke trying to knock that one down. Good play by Serbia somehow to score a point.
This is when grit takes over for Serbia. They're going to have string together a lot of clean points if they want any shot of coming back in this.
Katarina Dongovic getting her 5th straight start in the Volleyball Nations League. Middle attack, Retke, and that will do it for the final point as the crowd goes silent in Belgrade. USA wins set number 2, 25-20, and takes a 2-0 lead in the match.
This was a great set for Team USA. It took them 4 matches to develop a rhythm during week 1. It took them about 5 points during week 2. This is a massive turnaround for a young USA team. Yes, they have other reinforcements. A player like Dana Retke coming in completely changes the game on USA's side. But it wasn't just her. Everyone's getting involved. I think Kahana Torres, the setter, is doing a great job keeping everyone involved in the offense, keeping it balanced, making it diverse, and really tough to stop.
Just to give you a sense, the USA roster that took silver last year at the Olympic Games in Paris included names like Avery Skinner, Catherine Plummer, Names like Annie Drews, Poulter, Wangarantes, Agbagu, Washington, and none of those players are in the lineup tonight. I guess Jordan Poulter was on the roster in week 1, but I don't think she played. Did she, Emily? You were there.
She did not play. Yeah, kind of just there as a reinforcement. LMA Powell had to leave that week a little bit early to a prior commitment, so they just had her there just in case something happened to Kahana Torres while she was there. But really impressed with the way that USA has been able to rally against some of the top teams in the world. Serbia coming off a world championship. It's always difficult to play them no matter who they have on the court. And when you're playing in front of thousands of people, really good response from USA. We're just told 6,000 nearly in attendance, so great for these Serbia fans to show up.
We're going to head courtside and momentarily. And Denise Austin is standing by with USA head coach Eric Sullivan.
Dream start, fantastic opportunity here for USA. Your momentum management, when every time Serbia push back, beautiful. If I could ask really nicely, could you share your secret with us?
Yeah, I wish it was a secret. What I do like with our team right now is that we're just competing very hard, and we're not getting caught up in the moment. Whether it goes good for us or bad for us, we're just getting on to the next play, and that's what we talk about a lot in our locker room. Playing volleyball one play at a time, one contact at a time, and we're doing a nice job of that.
Brilliant. It's beautifully apparent. I won't keep you any longer. Thank you so much. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
All right, thanks, Denise. Eric Sullivan, new head coach of Team USA, and coach Zoran Terzic. And now his players ready to begin. Set number 3, they hope, down by 2-0. Jegdic with a nice dig. So Mirkovic sets it up for Ivanovic, and it rolls back. Oh, must have hit the antenna, because it definitely hit Ivanovic on the way back down.
Serbia's going to need a few more points from their pin attackers. They had to sub out Vanja Bukalic. In came Branka Tica, but they need some more production.
The float serve from Dongovic creates an overpass. Serbia a chance to take a 2-0 lead. And they do. Ivanovic off hands to score.
Big swing from Ivanovic on the outside. Knowing that she has a pretty big block in front of her, she's done a nice job adjusting to that this time, being a little crafty, going off high hands.
This time Dongovic challenges long, and she nails the ace. What a start to set 3 for Serbia.
Huge start, a wonderful serve, just dropping right on the back line. Targeting the seam in these passers, perfect, and no spin on that ball, just catching the air pocket and in.
Remind the non-volleyball player what that does when there's no spin, as USA comes right back with the Madison Skinner point.
Well, it's difficult as a passing unit because it catches little air pockets. Sometimes it drops in front of you, can move side to side. So you have those last-second adjustments that's really difficult to adjust to.
So practice that in your backyard. If you can get the ball to go over and not spin, you're going to do yourself a favor and your team. And Tica doing a nice job as she's continued her work off the bench.
Just a really beautiful set, this time on a slide attack from Alexic, trying to get her going off of 1 foot behind the setter.
Well, Mirkovic doing a great job on that set. Look at this start, 5-1 Serbia.
Serbia is just toying with the passers for USA, hitting them deep, dropping them short, not allowing them to get in a rhythm.
USA takes the timeout. Let's listen in.
Communicating at a real high level, especially that ball goes deep and it's kind of coming down. I just feel like we're giving up on it a little early. You need to be another half body wider, right? Just looking behind, ball's getting wide this way, right? Get in front of it and then get over. Hey, let's go. Start competing here. Start competing. Lots of volleyball left here. Let's go.
USA! USA!
Words of wisdom from head coach Eric Sullivan, talking to Ronnie Jones-Perry about just a little adjustment on some of these passes, wanting her to get her body in front of the ball.
And we're back underway. Serbia sends it over. Jones-Perry had a bit of trouble with it, but they reward her with the set. It's kept alive Serbia. Ivanovic, the one-arm dig from Franklin. The push over from Torres. Ivanovic, and kicked up and kept alive, but it is out. Oh, it's kind of a bummer.
Oh, what a play from Vanja Ivanovic. You do whatever you can to keep these plays alive. Head, foot, stomach, doesn't matter.
Wow, that one is out by a couple centimeters, maybe an inch if you want to call it that. IGD with a serve over. Ivanovic, and all of a sudden Serbia looks like they can't be beat. They've got a long way to go in this match, but they're looking like world beaters in this set.
Serbia needed some more outside production, and Ivanovic has done a great job of filling in that spot.
Better pass for the USA. Jones Perry with the attack, kept alive Serbia. They come again with Ivanovic. Here comes an out-of-system play, and still a back row attack that's going to score from Jones Perry.
Heads-up play from Jones Perry, high ball to the middle of the court. Really the only player that could get a swing on this ball. Does a nice job swinging high hands right off the block.
Nice set there by Lexi Rodriguez. USA's leading scorer in the match, Madison Skinner, puts the ball in play. Taken by Ivanovic. The left-handed swing dug up. Knocked over by Jones Perry. Ivanovic got it down the line.
Beautiful tip from Ivanovic, perfectly placed, just right over the backs of the blocker. Rodriguez caught a little bit too deep on this, not enough time to run up and make a play.
The waiting, the watching, the falling, and it's in. 7 serving 3. Franklin had to take that. You just didn't know. Here's Retke on the slide play. Net touch on Serbia, though. And USA will take the point.
Sarah Franklin just fending off really tough serves again and again. Man, she is so good. Just her all-around game. I always highlight what she does offensively, but she is such a good passer for this team. Really steady force.
Jones Perry's serve is a tough one. I told you it was tough. It's an ace. And Ivanovic goes diving to try to pick it up, but can't.
Serves don't get much better than this. Going from zone 1 and right back to zone 1 and the same right back. The angle that it's coming is so difficult to make a play on.
See if Jones Perry can load up another one of those. She tries, comes awfully close, but it's going to be point Serbia. Serbia had a kind of a crazy opening week. 5-set loss to the Dominican Republic, a sweep by Japan, and then 5-set losses to Bulgaria and Canada. Really tough go for them. And the Bulgaria match even ended in some kind of controversy.
Just incredibly close sets. Serbia up 2-0 on Dominican, loses in 5. Up 2-0 to Canada, loses in 5. Loses in a 5th set, 17-15 to Bulgaria. So heartbreaking losses across the board for Serbia that they're trying to get some confidence in now.
The big swing by the big lefty, Titsa.
Nice swing from Titsa right down the line. Using that lefty swing, block, nowhere to be found down the line. Retke in a good spot to make it, but can't get it up.
Titsa now delivers from the baseline, taken by Jones Perry. Here's the slide play. USA all around covering. Rodriguez out of system, bump set for Franklin. Another out of system play from Jones Perry setting. Finally the setter takes, and she delivers perfectly to Skinner, who delivers it to the back corner.
Great distribution from Kahaina Torres up front. Franklin has 2 different recycle balls that go right back into the block, but well covered on their side, then sends it long for the D ball to Skinner. Really smart play.
Kahaina Torres with the serve, creating an overpass, punched over. Rodriguez comes up with it. The back set. USA can't finish. Jegdic works it for Dongovic. She is shut down by the block of Igidi.
Aigidi's hands in the perfect place to make this play. Watch how far they get pressed. Just wrap down on top of the ball for a straight down stuff.
Impressive. Kahina Torres serve taken by Ivanovic, but not easily. The bump set from the libero, Rodriguez. Here comes Serbia. The big windup from Dongovic, and she does a nice job of tooling in the block.
Really nice out of system play for Serbia, keeping this ball high and inside the court. That's where a lot of these professional teams like their out of system sets, about 3 feet off and 5 or 6 feet in the court.
USA trying to keep pace here, down by 2 in this third set. As they try for the sweep, Serbia bound and determined to avoid it. Dongovic. Torres with the back set, kept alive Serbia, but it's going to be out of bounds.
USA just slowly creeping back in this set. Now down just 1, finding ways to score. Doing a good job keeping everything a little bit even.
23-year-old Sarah Franklin. Ivanovic has been the most used attacker on Serbia in this game, and this time she gets one off fingertips.
Serbia needed one of their outsides to really come alive and be a high-point scorer, and Ivanovic has been a different player in this third set, finding ways to score even with 2 blockers in front of her.
11 serving 9, deep ball. And nicely hit by Madison Skinner. Boy, I love what Kahina Torres did. They waited forever to kind of show where she was going to put that ball.
And that's what makes Kahina Torres such a good setter, is that deception. You never really know where she's going until that set happens.
Aigidi's serve taken by Dongovic. Setter dump. Good, well timed by Sladana Mirkovic.
High IQ play from the veteran setter for Serbia. Mirkovic stepping in. Hasn't been offensive all match long, but goes up front court. USA's got to ID that earlier.
Well, she learned at the footstool of Ognjanovic, who's been a star at Serbia for a long time. And that one is rattled off the block by Madison Skinner. Really nice side out that kind of silences the crowd.
And at one point, down 4 points earlier in the set, USA has come storming back, just finding ways to play with Serbia, whose back is against the wall, down 0-2 in this match.
So Skinner now does her work from the baseline, sending it deep. Jagdic has got it. The right side attack from Ivanovic, and that didn't work at all.
Now for Serbia, they have a shorter block on the outside and right side. Watch them to really force the pins here.
Oh, Skinner's serve is tough. Jagdic pushes it up. Tietza's gonna push it over the net. Free ball chance USA to take the lead. And they've taken the lead with the pipe attack. That's a thing of beauty.
USA has really upped their efficiency throughout this set, getting everyone involved in the play. Kahina Torres making sure to keep this offense spread out and unpredictable.
Time to chat, says Zoran Terzic.
Dok ti izađeš sa rukama ovde i dok ih prebaciš, oni svaki put već opuću i svaki put je u naš deo terena. Je li tako? Hajde da probamo, hajde da pokušamo, premeštaj nogama, brzi izlaz, samo malo preko i to je to. Rupa u bloku, ne znam, visina, ne bi. Hajde da pokušamo. Ovako, mnogo teško, mnogo teško.
Look for answers. Got to work through these situations. I don't know exactly what Zoran Terzic is saying, but I love the coaches that empower their players, saying, I can't tell you what to do on every play, but work through this.
They're trying to tell his middle to not go too high on the block and reach, but just low and over and get those hands through.
Madison Skinner taking full advantage of her third start in the VNL. How about that block? And Retke involved, but so was Sage Kahaina-Torres.
Yeah, you try to go after the shorter blocker up front, in this case the setter for USA, but man, she is locked in on that, shutting it down. That'll hype your team up.
I guess so. The pride of Honolulu, Hawaii. Titsa can't finish. Jones-Perry gets shut down by Kordagic. Hasn't had a lot of chances to block of late.
Good finish from Kordagic, getting all the way outside. A quicker tempo out of system set, but she covers so much ground quickly.
Jones-Perry, oh, good play by Kordagic. This is the kind of player she is, I think, Emily. Just all of a sudden feels it, gets hot.
Yeah, Kordagic takes control up at the net. Now a question of, did she reach into the plane of the net to take this ball? A new challenge, this VNL.
Officially the challenge called pending challenge for USA reaching beyond the net. Exactly like you said, that's the challenge that comes up on our screen in front of us here. Remember the lead that Serbia had earlier in the set. It has all gone away. It was 7-3 at one point.
Hand looks fine. Yeah, hand stays on her side. So that's legal.
Mirkovic high fives her teammates. Retke high or low tens her teammates, I guess. 14-14, set number 3. Serbia must win to keep this alive. And that attack is picked up smartly. Dongovic with the big wind-up, covered by the Americans. Here's Skinner, and Jegdic gets a piece of it, but not enough.
Huge transition play on USA's side. Sarah Franklin doing work in the backcourt, knowing there's a shorter setter up there, so if the attack goes over it, it's going to be hit really deep, and Franklin's basically standing off the court to make this play off of the touch.
Jones-Perry out of West Jordan, Utah. Dongovic scores. Nicely done.
That's exactly what Serbia wants on the outside, attacking the shorter setter, hitting over it, back to zone 1.
She has got such a big windmill kind of swing and just brings it with heat. Going to be playing at Vakıfbank in Turkey, one of the top teams in the world this year. Kahaina-Torres sets it up and Skinner drops it down.
The big attack for USA has been so effective every time they're running it. Any good pass they get, keep running it until Serbia stops it.
Yeah, because you know Serbia's blocking is excellent. With the likes of Aleksic and Kordagic.
Yeah, make it work a little harder.
Retke, and that doesn't happen very often from her. USA only 7 service faults in the game. Well into the business end of the third set. Franklin rolls off the top of the net. Good job by Rodriguez. Pushed over by Franklin. Mirkovic sets up the middle for Aleksic, and she goes block out somehow.
This set is just becoming punch for punch. It's been a slugfest up front.
Here comes young 21-year-old Titsa, who's been the MVP of the Serbian Super League already in her career. That one rolls off the top of the net and out. Might have even caught the antenna. Timeout call USA, down by 2 points. Check that.
Hey, take a breath here, a little reset. All right, get back into the groove of what we're doing. We're doing a bunch of good things. Anyway, I think we can go back to the middle. We're doing a really nice job of setting Vic, okay? You're doing a great job. So I think we can go back to the middle here. Okay, just like you tried there last time. You can stay in front if that's easier. Okay? But hey, with 34 in there, they're playing a little better defense. Okay? Keep grinding. Keep grinding. Here we go.
USA! USA!
Well, keep grinding. The message, at least one of the messages from the USA bench. Only down by 2. Still a chance to win this set and finish off the match. They've got 3 more games to play. They'd like this to end in 3. The crowd and the home team would like a completely different outcome. And it is point USA, and they are back within 1.
Good answer right out of the timeout for USA. Good pass, gets a quick tempo outside going, and Franklin has been the hot hand today.
24-year-old setter Sage Kahina-Torres puts the serve in. It's an overpass, and guess what? This game is tied at 18.
Good serve from Kahina-Torres, forcing the overpass. The front court just doing their job to put it away. Igidi, great heads-up play.
Better pass, better result for Team Serbia. They get the middle attack that scores.
Alexic has been so good off of 1 foot behind the setter, especially in this rotation with Mirkovic up front. Expect them to keep running that slide.
And then the shutdown in the middle from Alexic block.
Huge read from Mirkovic, the setter, helping out on this block as well. So difficult to do on a gap set when you have to worry about your outside attacker as well as a right side blocker.
Donga beats, float serve, nicely taken by the Americans, but not a great attack. Donga beats, nice pickup from Jones Perry. Can Skinner finish? Yes, she can. Drills it off of the arms of Jegdic.
Perfect out-of-system set from Sarah Franklin. Gets Madison Skinner inside about 6 feet, which is exactly where USA wants it to rip that cross-court shot.
Sarah Franklin, she's going to play in Scandici in Italy this coming year, but she's not thinking about that now. She's thinking, I wish I would have got that over, and then now she's trying to forget about it.
Especially at this point in the set, nearing that red zone with 5 points left. This is when it becomes so important to control your side and keep the ball in the court.
2-time world champion, the captain of Serbia, Alexic. Oh, good serve. Oh, Rodriguez saves it. Serbia fully in system, but they can't finish. Yes, they can. It drops in the pot.
And that's a perfect example of players just not having enough time playing next to each other. Normally, that would be a routine play that Lexi Rodriguez would make against her outside, but for players that haven't seen too much action together, that communication piece sometimes is the reason why points are earned on the other side. And that's one that Rodriguez really needs to step in and take so her outside can go hit.
Just a wee bit of hesitation, all it takes. Serbia, 3-point lead, trying to nurse this home and keep this set alive, make it a 4-point lead, and the crowd trying to be the 7th player out here on the floor.
Serbia having so much success from the end line, forcing 2 bad passes back to back. Alexic just taking control with that seam. Rodriguez now pushing her outside over so she can take more of the court.
Maya Alexic serve taken by Rodriguez smartly. The right side swing from Skinner is going to score and momentarily silence the crowd.
Now to bring Dana Retke back in up front. Bigger blocker for Team USA. Look for Serbia to keep things spread out. And no libero in on USA's side.
They come the other way. Out of system play for the Americans, but they're going to score it anyway. Through the block, and it drops down.
Pivotal time and a massive out of system play. USA is doing a really nice job in transition on these tough second balls, keeping them inside and on the net exactly where all these attackers want them so they can go right off the block with it.
Timeout call, Coach
servis
Terzic.
sada definitivno nije tako problematičan. Dajte da probamo malo veći luk, da ga ubacimo u metar, da možemo da igramo sve. Slobodno malo. Ako budemo nabijali servis u vis, dizali visoki u 4, teško ćemo proći. Ajmo, moramo da igramo. Ajmo.
Serbia still leading here, but their lead is tentative, 23-21. USA won the first 2 sets. First one not so close, second one pretty close. And here we are, Americans trying to storm back and get the sweep.
With Igidi back on the end line, look for her to move those passes around, hit one deep, drop one short, right in the seams.
All right, here comes the serve. Igidi taken by Dongovic. And a big block, Redke. Oh, but there's a net touch here on the Americans, and it is set point. Serbia, USA wants to challenge it.
Question of whether Team USA was in the net on that block. Redke mouthing that it was the ball. We'll get a look at it.
USA saying they were not in the net. The point went to Serbia. What a turnaround this would be if it went against Serbia. All of a sudden, it's 22 serving 23. Meanwhile, Americans. Is it the knee?
The knee of Skinner coming down.
And where is it? Is it outside the antenna, though?
It looked inside the antenna based on that look.
All right, so it is staying with Serbia. USA loses the challenge. And Serbia, 3 set points. But they're gonna need at least one more here because the Americans keep it alive with a Madison Skinner shot.
Big play at a massive time for Madison Skinner, stepping in after making the error. Setter trusts her enough to go up and rip this ball down.
Skinner now 18 points in the game. Coming off the bench to set and serve is Ella Mae Powell, the University of Washington Husky product.
Babcock in front as well, big block.
Double switch, Babcock in the front. Titsa covered by Rodriguez, but it's over the set, that is, because Kortegic finishes it off on the overbump. And here we go, set number 4, Sage Kahana-Torres. Starting things off, slide play, Alexic, boom, and we're underway with a Serbia point.
During the last set, Serbia was passing lights out, nearly 60% in system. USA is gonna have to serve just a little bit tougher to take the middles out of rotation and get that pass off the net.
The serve now from Captain Alexic, taken by Jones-Perry. Left side swing from Skinner. Smartly done. Whenever the crowd gets super quiet, you know USA's just scored a point.
And Skinner has been amazing this entire match. She put up 10 points in the last set. Doing a good job on both pins. The USA is gonna have to find some production from elsewhere too if they wanna come back.
Franklin with a serve taken by Dongovic. Nice set. And nice finish by Kortegic.
And that's a perfect example of seeing that the setter and hitter have been working together for a few years, because even off the net, in kind of a difficult situation, Mirkovic is still able to get the middle going.
And speaking of middle attacking, USA gets one with a middle attack from Igidi.
Kahana-Torres forcing that middle attack about 6 feet off the net. Good connection between her and her middle.
Dongovic's not happy with how that ended. She passes that one overhead, and they go block out on the right side. Nice play by Ivanovic.
A good snap down on the right side, identifying the outside blocker just a little bit late to it. Force it right off the hands.
Oh, the balls are coming fast and furious at Vanya Ivanovic. She could probably serve both of them, but she'll just go with the one here. Really good take by Franklin and a little tip. They come again. Jones gets it scored. Jones-Perry, that is.
High IQ play from Jones-Perry, a bit undersized as an outside attacker, so she has to resort to using those hands and being a little bit more crafty up front.
I always feel like I'm a little undersized as a broadcaster, but
You're not? You speak big.
As long as
Come
the
on,
voice
Rob.
is big or
Yeah.
something like that. Oh, Titsa shut down. And Retke doesn't want to take the credit. She gives it all to Jones-Perry.
Jones-Perry set that up beautifully, allowing Dana Retke to get involved on it. And a really nice push from Jones-Perry in those hands, straight down to the court.
Beautifully done by Jones-Perry. USA now with 8 block points in the match. They lead in that department as well. Titsa off hands. Good chance for USA. They come through Madison Skinner. Out of system, bump set from Rodriguez. And no touch on the play, point Serbia.
It's a really good swing from Jones-Perry, trying to swing high hands, but Serbia's block just really disciplined, going low and over rather than high.
Gortagic ready to put this ball in play. So, not the way they wanted it to work. Ronnie Jones-Perry. Good pick up by Dongo Beats. She's going to swing at it. Skinner's got it. Jones-Perry with a bump set across. Pushed over. Free ball chance, Serbia. Dongo Beats. And that one was not well hit.
Yeah, a little bit ill-timed by Dongovic. Trying to swing it cross court, but too off the net to try to hit the angle that she wanted.
USA trying to build on this 2-point lead. Ronnie Jones-Perry goes deep, trying to challenge at the end line, but it's just out.
Ronnie Jones-Perry really trying to work that one-to-one, right back shot. Been doing it all day long.
Crowd enjoying the work of the lefty Titsa. Back row attack, and the Americans, wherever they are, enjoying the work of Madison Skinner.
Skinner has been fantastic, and she's been doing it at every level. 3-time NCAA champion with Kentucky, then Texas, and just won League One's first ever championship, and now exceeding at VNL professionally for USA.
One of those players you want on your team because they have ways of winning and helping their teammates win.
Anyone with the last name Skinner, probably good.
Right? Yeah, Avery's pretty good too. Titsa down the line, nice pickup by the Americans. Nice cross-court shot from Sarah Franklin.
Sarah Franklin's bread and butter, this nasty cross-court angle. She makes it look so easy anytime she goes up there. It's just that thumb-down shot time and time again that gets it done. I mean, watch the angle of this ball and where she finishes her hand. Come on.
That's impressive. That is so impressive. Retke. Dongo Beats goes cross-court with one blocker, and it was the setter, and she scores it.
Smart decision to rip the cross-court shot with no libero on the court. More likely to dig that the libero back there rather than a middle.
There she is back on the court. Lexi Rodriguez, the 22-year-old out of Sterling, Illinois. Good pass by the USA, and how about that attack from Skinner again, bringing the heat.
Skinner's just been lights out wherever she is on the court. Love this decision from Kahaina Torres to find Skinner wherever she is. Her hand is like a ball magnet right now.
Kahaina Torres serve. Ivanovic, nice keep up from Ajidi. Good job by Serbia to get hands on it. Out of system attack with Ivanovic. That's tight. Americans recycle it. They come again with Franklin. We'll have to recycle again out of system. Now a chance for Serbia to end the rally. Ivanovic, and they're going to recycle it. They come again with Ivanovic, picked up by Franklin. The back row attack from Jones-Perry. The rally continues for now. It's hit out, and it's going to be point Serbia anyway, so we won't need to challenge it.
Long rally, Serbia comes out on top. That'll give your team some confidence. Now down 2 in this set, a must-win set for Serbia to push a 5th.
Serbia adamant that nobody touched that ball on the block, but no mid-rally challenges in the Volleyball Nations League this year. Maja Aleksic heading to play in the Turkish league this year. Serbia's going to come again with Ivanovic. She's going to get it done, and we've got a 1-point game.
Ivanovic has been a massive difference for Serbia, really coming alive during set 3. Now bringing that energy into set 4 when they really need some production from the left.
Ivanovic was a bench player in week 1. She was a substitute, and every time she came in, she was looking better and better. Now gets a starting assignment and is delivering. She does the setting here across for Tica, and Serbia was hoping for hands, but they don't get them.
Had difficult out-of-system play with this ball set. A little bit behind your head, hitting it at an awkward angle. Doesn't get the proper snap down in order to keep it in the court.
University of Wisconsin product, Sarah Franklin puts the serve at Ivanovic. She's going to attack that bump set with authority.
So much power coming off of Ivanovic's arm. You can tell she's been getting in the gym. She's unleashing on some of these plays, even in difficult situations, 10 feet off the net.
Just hammered by Ivanovic. Mirkovic. Oh, she just about had the ace.
And that's a miss that you're okay with on Serbia's side because it's right down the line, still really tough. Way better than going right in the net.
Amber Igd, the University of Hawaii product, trying to drop it into the hole. Dongabeats got there. Here's the lefty swing of Tica, scoring the side out.
The USA is having difficulty defending that outside attack. Everything going cross court right now. Expect Skinner to maybe take a step in and get her middle involved in some of those plays, especially when you got Recchi up there.
Over 6,000 Serbian fans trying to cheer their team on to a 4th set win to extend this match to 5. There's the cross-court swing from Maddie Skinner.
If I'm Kahana Torres right now, I'm giving Skinner every single set. Now that she moved to the backcourt, expect her to get set on that D-ball and right back.
Skinner had 16 points in week 1 of the VNL. She's got 22 tonight. She sends it deep. I like that she's trying to challenge them deep, but that one's out.
We're back on this seesaw. Teams just trading points, siding out quickly.
Serbia trying to get this even. They need a block or some defense, and they get a block touch, some defense, free ball, chance for USA. And the back row attack from Franklin could not be stopped, even by the great blockers from Serbia.
Really smart decision for USA and SKT to go for this backcourt big attack. When you have Recchi up front, you expect the ball to go to her in a free ball, but really smart on the Bic.
So SKT in the front row for USA. Rodriguez takes that. She wants to set it across for Franklin. Nicely done. Franklin finishes.
A string of points now for USA. Being able to capitalize on great out-of-system situations has led to a 3-point edge in a must-win set for Serbia.
Zoran Terzic, the legendary coach for Serbia, has called a timeout, wants to bring his troops in together.
Neki put je teško, neki put su hvata loptu preko bloka, ne znam tako dalje. Moramo tu odbranu bolje da igramo. Moramo da produžimo svaki poen koliko god je moguće. Koliko god je moguće. Mnogo se teže snalaze u tim situacijama nego kad imaju prijem, napad, tekmo, gotovo. Mnogo teže. Kad lopta putuje više. Ajde, ajde odbranu. Ajmo svoj.
Crowd imploring their team on. They're trying to extend this match, but Serbia facing a 3-point deficit against USA here in the 4th set. And has to win it. And Ronnie Jones-Perry misses that one long.
Good timeout taken from Serbia, just stalling that topspin server a little bit longer.
Jones-Perry, the second leading scorer in League One. Here comes the double switch for Serbia. So Mirkovic, despite the fact she's been doing a nice job, will make way for Rada Perovic. And then the front row, I believe we had a front row switch as well.
Vukulic coming in as well on that right side.
And it's an overpass right away, USA. But they get the dig from Rodriguez. Franklin off hands, another chance for Serbia. Vukulic couldn't finish. Skinner can indeed make it 24 points for Madison Skinner.
Skinner is doing everything out on the court, and it's made USA's offense so difficult to read because you cannot expect anyone to get the ball at any given time. In a perfect pass situation, you almost always expect it to go to the middle. That's what makes it so difficult when you got Skinner on the right in the backcourt.
Dana Retke. She's frustrated. She'll swing her arms, show the frustration, and then leave it. Katarina Dongabic was a Paris Olympian last year. Quick off the whistle from the referee. She sends it in play. Skinner couldn't swing on that. And this is an attack from the back row. I guess she lifted her feet, I think.
Yeah, Skinner just stepping right over that line and getting a little bit of elevation on that swing causes that illegal back row attack.
All of a sudden, 14 serving 15. Dongabic taken high by Franklin. And she tries to go down the line, and that has missed. And this will bring the crowd to life. 15-15, timeout call USA.
Draga publiko,
That's fine too. Okay, so let's do that again. Let's get her on the back slide. Okay, get the Vic. Back slide. Back slide. We got Maddie on the Vic. Okay, Rogan on the Vic. We got Sarah on the outside. Okay, but pass here. Pass. Pass. Here we go. We got to fight here. We got to fight. Let's go.
Run it! USA! USA!
Well, the fans are putting on a light show. The players are putting on a light show. Question is, are we going to a 5-setter, or can USA finish this in 4 and get the full 3 points for their efforts? Dongabic, nice take from Franklin, and this is gonna fall. Good timeout for the Americans.
Really good answer right out of the timeout for Team USA, finding a way to get their offense going. And big to get out of that rotation too, so Kahana Torres is now in the backcourt, which brings Skinner front row.
Product of the University of Texas, one of several on the USA team. She'll set this one up now for Franklin, who drills it cross court, and the fist pump to give USA a 2-point lead again.
Everything hard coming from Franklin is cross court. Serbia needs to move that block in just a little bit and take that away and force Franklin to hit a sharp one down the line.
Big side out opportunity here for Serbia. Jegdic takes it well, and Ivanovic Another chance for the Americans. Franklin, good touch. The left-handed attack from Alexic, no. Ivanovic easily picked up by Jones-Perry, and that's finally going to score. Madison Skinner ends the rally, silences the crowd.
Skinner just continuing to take over this match for Team USA. Beautiful set in transition, just sees what is available, goes off the block really well.
Serbia uses its second and final timeout.
Nemoj ubrzavati kratke. Hiljaditi put, radili smo to milion puta na treningu. Nemoj, no moramo da kuvamo, imamo 5 kontra, ne možemo jedan napad pošten da napravimo. Mirnu loptu u 4 da udari sve snage, pa ako izblokiraju radimo zašto, ne. Sve moramo da kuvamo. Daj malo, samo mirnije. I daj, alo, sa srednjakom prvi napad, ne kontre. Ajde.
USA, such a proud history. Indoor volleyball, silver in Paris in 24, gold in Tokyo in 21, bronze in Rio in 16, silver in London in 12, silver in Beijing back in 2008. An incredible run of podium appearances at the Olympic Games. Big right side swing from number 27, Vanja Bukilic.
Huge swing from Bukilic, who started this match but got pulled earlier on because she didn't have too much production. A massive time for her to come in and step up.
The good news for Serbia is they've got their big number 11, Kortegic, in the front row. And the bad news for Serbia is their captain, Alexic, misses the serve. Torsic wasn't sure what to say. Terzic, that is.
Watch for Serbia to force right side sets with a shorter outside block from Jones-Perry.
Franklin. The one blocker over there does a nice job getting a hand on it. That was Jones-Perry, as you alluded to. And it's point Serbia.
It was misplayed by Skinner up front, trying to go for high hands. Really smart decision, just missing a bit on the execution.
All right, double switch being reversed for Serbia. Back into the game to run the offense is number 8, Sladana Mirkovic, the 29-year-old who's the best setter twice in the Serbian Superliga.
USA still hasn't used their double sub, so expect that when Kana Torres comes back around in the front.
Also haven't used, they only used one of their timeouts. That one, ball is kept alive. Here's Ivanovic. Good keep up from Franklin. Right side swing from Skinner, and a very, very rare mistake from number 9 on USA, Madison Skinner.
Now back-to-back for Maddie Skinner on the right side. This is where USA needs her to close out this set. Every set in this match has been close up until the 20-point mark. Then one team has made a big run. Who is it going to be this time, or are we going to be back on the seesaw? Siding out's going to be really important.
Sladana Mirkovic. Short serve taken by Rodriguez. Middle attack shut down by guess who? Kortegic. We're tied.
Anytime USA has had a lead in this set, Serbia finds a way to erase it.
Hey, let's stay aggressive. Right? Let's not get the ball open net just because we miss on one. It's been great all night. That's the right thought. Let's stay in that system. Stay in that system. Don't get out of it. Hey, we got 34's right front. Okay? So whatever you want to do with Amber, whenever you feel comfortable. Okay? Good pass. We can go over the top. The gap. 34. Okay? Good pass.
Take down right now. USA! USA!
Dana Redke leading the cheer. USA deadlocked at 19 apiece here with Serbia in the 4th set. Americans lead in the match. Serbians dying to send this to a 4th set and try to get their first win in the VNL in 2025, but not with serves like that from Sladana Mirkovic.
Serbia has shot themselves in the foot late in sets with service errors. It is so important to play clean from here on out in the last 6 points.
Mirkovic has to shut that off and slough that off and make a set for Ivanovic, who can kill it, and she does, and scores it.
Ivanovic has been the hot hand for Serbia here in this 3rd and 4th set. Expect them to continue to get her going, even now that she's in the backcourt. Exactly who Serbia wants on the end line.
Ivanovic 5 points in this set. Out of system, the bump set from Rodriguez, picked up by Serbia. They've got a chance here. They're out of system as well. Tica scores, and Serbia leads 21-20.
Big swing at a massive time for Branka Tica on the right side. The lefty coming in clutch out of system.
Oh, trouble. Can the Americans get this over? They can. What a great play by Jones-Perry. Donga beats, and Skinner shuts it down. What a point for the team in white.
Dana Recchi doesn't get that point off the save, but it feels like she should based on how fast she ran to get that ball off. A missed opportunity for Serbia, knowing that the middle is nowhere on USA's side. That's a play you gotta run up the gut.
Now the double switch, including Babcock in the front row, and Powell serving and setting for USA. 21-21, buckle up, here we go. LMA Powell. Jegdic with a good take, middle attack, doesn't score from Serbia. Jones-Perry doesn't score either. Jegdic bump set back to Dongovic, and that's gonna score despite the best effort by Ronnie Jones-Perry.
Serbia continuing to rip that cross-court shot on these attacks. Babcock, who just checked in the game, has to know that from the scout. Bring the block in just a little bit more, because that'll get Dana Recchi involved.
20-year-old super middle blocker, Kudagic puts the ball in play. Jones-Perry, the dig from Ivanovic. Dongovic scores through the block. And they're blowing the roof off this place.
Big play out of system. That's a seam that can't happen when you know where that ball is going. Good finish from the outside, Dongovic to put it down.
The bench watching on Serbian side. Can Kudagic make something happen here on the serve? Powell sets it up behind her for Babcock. Mirkovic finds Dongovic, kept alive, recycled by Serbia, out of system. Tica, pancake dig, kept alive, no whistle yet. I think, barely can hear it. Dongovic tries the power tip and gets it to fall.
Serbia is doing everything right in these last 5 points. They were down 20-19 and came storming back on a 5-1 run. This is where you find out a lot about your young players. Can they make plays in these big of moments? And Serbia is finding out that theirs can.
Maddie Skinner and Sage Kahaina-Torres back on the floor for USA. Serbia with 3 set points, now make it 2 as Kudagic misses her serve. And now, what can Ronnie Jones-Perry bring from the end line? Second leading scorer in her league. League One USA and the US this year. Jegdic with the pass. Dongovic, the dig from Rodriguez. The back row attack popped up. Out of system, Jegdic sets up Dongovic. Kept alive USA. The back row from Skinner, Jegdic waiting on it. And Ivanovic scores it. We're going to 5 sets in Belgrade. shiver than she scored in the entire first week in Rio in the VNL. Here we go, set 5. Dongovic puts the ball in play. It's a sprint to 15. It's a slide play to Redke, and she scores to silence the crowd.
Middle involvement is going to be really important for both sides. Can USA get Redke and Igidi involved? And for Serbia, can Kierdegic and Alexic impact the game offensively?
Well, they got at least three really good world-class blockers, and one of them just delivered an ace. Redke with the old trickler.
In a fifth set, every point feels like it's worth 2 or 3. That's the weight that it has when you're only playing a sprint to 15. So this is where Serbia has to turn it on and not let it slip away early on.
26-year-old Dana Redke from Riverside, Illinois. Slide play for the for Serbia, picked up by the Americans. Here's Skinner. Serbia gets a hand on it. Americans come again with Franklin, and that's going to score. Nice job by Sarah Franklin.
High IQ play from Franklin up front. Some of those line shots had been shut down earlier on in the match. Good adjustment, going right over the block and just throwing it into the hands.
Quick timeout has been called by Serbia, down 3-0 to start this fifth set.
Dajte niže, dajte samo preko mreže da nam ne ispucavaju blokaut. Krenuli smo 5. set sa lošim servisom. Ne sme da se desi. Ne sme, Lazar. To nije tvoj najbolji servis, definitivno. Daj ga, slobodno.
Ajde, Srbija.
Slobodno.
Daj, ajmo, cepaj.
Well, the man who's in the back of the screen, Branko Kovacevic, is the assistant coach. He was in charge of the team in Ottawa in week number 1, but he was saying that Zoran Terzic was watching the games, even though some of them were at 3 and 4 in the morning. Here's Ivanovic down the line, just what the Serbian doctor ordered.
USA hasn't found a way to slow down Serbia's outside through the last 3 sets. Expect Mirkovic to continue to feed that ball, especially with Kaina Torres up front, a shorter blocker for USA on the right.
Big serve coming up here. Alexic. Franklin blocked, and it is USA point. That one is just out.
Franklin doing a nice job targeting those hands, just swiping it right off and out of bounds. Good fast tempo set. Whew.
Very, very close. Ivanovic has trouble. They try for the setter dump, but it's going to be called as Mirkovic, I think, was on the net.
Really great read from Amber Igidi. Mirkovic has had one other dump that landed on USA's side, but good identification. Setter front row, she will dump if tight.
Early setter substitution here. Mirkovic comes out of the game, and Rada Perovic, the 24-year-old, heads in. They put the ball right on her head. She delivers, but the dig is there from Rodriguez. Here's Franklin, cross court, chest dig from Ivanovic. She scores off hands, and that'll pump up the crowd.
Little give and go from Ivanovic on the outside. This is why you have to be so locked in as an off blocker. If you get hit, you got to get your butt back and get ready to go hit.
Perovic. Rodriguez, not as good of a pass as we usually see from her, but a good dig from Jegdic. Tight on the net, good job by Torres, and a great finish.
What a shot from Madison Skinner up front. Beautiful out of system ball, just rips it cross court near the 10-foot line.
Franklin back to serve. 6-2 USA leads here in this fifth set. Not a good pass. Can they catch up with it? Serbia has to defend now. Gets the pancake dig. Tica pushes it over. Another chance for USA. And it is Serbia. Point, no touch on the block.
Skinner over the last 10 or so points for USA, just a little bit too high error after we saw her dominate during set 3 and most of set 4.
Vanja Ivanovic, the ball in her hands. Jones-Perry with a good take. Here's the right side swing. That was effective from Skinner.
Yeah, much better swing from Skinner. Going up, seeing options on attack, and just hitting that shot with power that's right open over the blocker's hands.
Wow. We'll see that every day. Or every rally. Amber Ajidi serve, taken by Jegdic. Tica blocked. Serbia recycles. Dongovic blocked. It hits her back, and it's another USA point.
This is how Dana Retke affects the game for Team USA. You have her into block. Maybe she doesn't get the block, but as a hitter, you don't want to go right into her, so you're trying to hit the pins, and if they're well formed, it's coming right back at you.
Well, that setter substitution reversed after the coaches maybe had a little chat with Sledena Mirkovic. The 29-year-old comes in to replace the 24-year-old. They put the ball on her head. She sets it up from a Kortagic who misses long.
If Serbia wants to make a push, they're going to have to play clean, and it's going to have to start now.
Timeout call, Serbia down 9-3 in the 5th set. And they need to talk.
Mi smo organizovali jedan napad. Jedan. Da bude napad organizovano, precizna lopta na 1,5 blok. Nijedan jedini put. Nijedan, 0. A imamo dobar prijem. E pa da, ajde. Ajde, to ti je posao, daj. Srednja kroz servis.
All USA so far in this 5th set, and a nice distribution. 3 points for Skinner, 2 for Retke, 2 for Franklin.
Those are the numbers that you need in a 5th set. Your offense has to be balanced. It's keeping it unpredictable, making it really hard for Serbia to defend.
Amber Ajidi had 2 aces in week 1 of the Volleyball Nations League. Sends that serve at Ivanovic. Oh, what a save by Serbia. That looked like trouble.
A beautiful save from Mirkovic, getting that one-hander. Still in the plane so she can take it. Really good ball.
Finished it off with the old paintbrush. So can Serbia get a few break points here to climb back into the set? They don't have much time. Skinner, nice take from Mirkovic. Someone else has to set. It's Kortagic. Tica picked up by USA. Franklin, here's Madison. Skinner misses down the line.
Skinner just a bit out of rhythm over the past 10 points. USA is going to have to rely on someone else here at the end of the set. I'd love to see this on a good pass. Go to Dana Retke in the middle.
Serbia wants a good serve to keep this run going. Kortagic started the play. Here comes an out-of-system attack from Dongovic. Kept alive, Americans. Skinner blocked, shut down. Alexic comes to play, the captain.
All of a sudden, Serbia is right back in this match after a 3-point run.
We're fine. Okay, long way to go here in this game. Long way to go. I like that play. Let's keep her on the gap. Okay, you got the pick up the gut. All right, you got the red behind. All right, let's get that pass up and down. All right, hey. Long way. Okay, one play at a time. Okay, stop at one.
USA! USA!
USA trying to seal the deal on this 5-set victory Their only win in the VNL this year came in a sweep over Korea in week 1 in Rio. Serbia has yet to win in this 2025 VNL season. And they can't get under that one, and USA finally gets to double figures, and that was a huge point for the Americans.
Massive point, and getting someone else going this time. Franklin out of the backcourt, smart decision by Kahana Torres, who moves back front row. A shorter blocker, look for Serbia to exploit that.
See where Skinner sends this serve. Takes it at Donga. She wants it back, but instead it goes through the middle, and Aleksic.
Good job for Serbia spreading out that offense, moving the middle a little bit closer to the outside. You wonder whether USA is going to use that double sub.
Titsa's serve. Not a great pass. Scrambled over by the US. Mirkovic sets up Donga. Skinner gets it. Retke, and she scores it on the slide play.
Huge moment for Retke to go up in a transition situation, and for Kahana Torres to identify her up there. Good connection at a massive time.
Ronnie Jones-Perry lining this one up. Serbia looking for a big side out. Perfect pass, Mirkovic, middle attack. Rodriguez is there. Retke sets it. Serbia with a chance. Donga took something off it really smartly.
Really smart set from Mirkovic to push this ball outside, knowing that the middle for USA is going to be late. That opened up a whole lot of court to the cross.
Question is, can Serbia get something going here? Otherwise, USA happy to trade side outs. Well, it's the blocking. Aleksic again, rising to the 5th set challenge.
At this point, going to be huge for momentum either way, because it's either 12-9 or 11-10. This is the door that Serbia feels like they can crack back open. USA needs to get a side out immediately.
Donga. Oh, not a great pass, but they're going to attack it anyway, and Skinner somehow finds a hole.
And Skinner finding her rhythm again, this time coming through the middle in the backcourt. Love that decision to go right back to her.
Skinner, 29 points. Here comes the serve from Big Dana Retke. Perfect pass from Jegdic. Ivanovic, and up it goes. Pushed over on a free ball by Franklin. Another chance for Serbia. Slide play, is it in? It's in. Kordagic.
Huge play for Serbia to get that attack going at a huge time. Now just 2 down. This is where they need to be as clean as possible. We've seen them make a run from this point on after being down, just like they did in set 4.
Oh, and it's an ace! And it's 1 point. That's all that separates these two teams after 4 3/4 sets. Timeout call, USA. What a match.
Hey, deep breath, reset. Let's go. Compete. 0-0. Stop worrying about anything else except the next contact. Let's go. Hey. Backslide. Okay. We got the go. Maddie on the bit. Okay? Like Coach said. Let's fucking go. Let's go.
Now we apologize if you're offended by those comments. Sometimes in the heat of the battle, the coaches will say things.
Just a reminder, US was up 9-3 earlier in this match. Serbia has cracked the door, smashed the door wide open.
Great point. And they are trying to push it 1 step further. USA coach Sullivan saying just one play, pretend it's 0-0, just one at a time. And there's one, Skinner, 2-point game again.
Now Skinner over 30 points on the night, having a huge night. Expect Kahana Torres to continue to keep her involved. now that Skinner is back in the front court. This is big to get Johanna Torres in the back row, so you have a big block up front for USA all around.
Johanna Torres serving. Ivanovic can't finish. Can USA get match point? No touch, according to the referee, and it is point Serbia, and USA is going to challenge the call of referee Zhiheng Huang. Could change everything. USA wins the challenge. They have match point, leading 14-11. As it stands now, 12 serving 13 if it stays as is.
Just that little finger. That's all it takes. How about that precision from Madison Skinner going up in a big moment after struggling on the last few swings.
So USA wins the challenge and can win the game. They lead 14-11, 3 set points. That's trouble, and it's over! And the Americans win it 15-11. They take the match in 5 sets. An epic battle in Belgrade. Serbia fights back in this 5th set, fights back in the match, but can't quite get over the mountain.